go to Brian calling from New Jersey. Welcome to the program, Brian.
Hey, Sam, this is your daily reminder that you're a hypocrite and sheep.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Brian. You want to be more explicit?
Oh, no, it's me again. It's your old friend, Jim.
Hi, Jim. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah. I still think
you don't have to lie, incidentally, Jim. I mean, we don't have to lie to get on the program.
You asked what?
You don't have to lie to get on the program.
Oh, I thought you'd kind of be blocking my calls from now on.
No, I'm just waiting for you to say something that's reasonably intelligent.
You're waiting for me to say something reasonably intelligent. You said that if both candidates were going to build concentration camps, you would support whoever was building less, and you want me to say something reasonably intelligent.
Yes.
Sam, you are a fool. You pundits are what's wrong with this country. You and Rush Limbaugh and Bill Maher and Glenn Beck, you're all cut from the same cloth. You are spreading.
Well, then let me ask you this, Jim. Jim, let me ask you this.
Arrogance.
Let me ask you this. Where do I line up to get their cash?
Where do you line up to get their cash? It doesn't matter where you line up. You're all the same. You're all causing problems for this country.
I am causing problems for this country. What problem am I causing, Jim?
As I said, you and Limbaugh and Maher and Beck, you're all.
Well, let's just focus on me.
I'm right.
Let's just focus on me. Let's just focus on me. What problem am I causing? Not the other ones. Just me.
You're pushing the idea that you're always right. Everyone has to agree with you, and anyone who disagrees with you in the slightest way is evil or stupid.
Now, wait a second, Jim. Now, Jim, hold on for a second. Let's just replay for a second. You call up to tell me this is your daily reminder to me that I am a hypocrite and a sheep. And now you are saying that the problem with me is that I call people who call me in, and then you also say that I'm a fool. And then you tell me that the problem with me is that I think that people who disagree with me are what?
Yeah, and I am. All right, it does seem like a bit of a double standard, I know, but I am not willing to.
Would you call that hypocrisy, Jim?
I wouldn't act this way to you if you didn't act this way towards other people who disagree with you.
Like who?
I know plenty of liberals who have policies I disagree with, but I get along well with them because they are social about it. They don't go to attacks. I know plenty of conservatives who have policies I disagree with.
Jim, are you the guy who writes me all the curse-laden emails?
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
You know, Jim, I'll tell you what happens at this point, okay? What happens at this point is I get IMs and emails saying, Jim's not real. Jim is a fake caller. Come on, Sam, give up the ghost. But, Jim, I want you to tell my audience that you are, in fact, real, that we didn't plan this in any way, that the things you're saying I haven't scripted for you, that you're actually saying these things.
I am. I'm a real person, and I'm fed up with you and the rest of your ilk.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Keep supporting the lesser of two evils, and our country will keep going down the tubes.
And, all right. I don't know what to say. I hope Jim goes and listens to that again. And I hope those people on Twitter who are like, you were really mean to that caller the other day.
You got him.
Maybe I am, and maybe I'm not the person sending you all these curse-laden emails.
You got him pretty good. That was he was caught up in his own web of lies.
I don't even know how to react to that, but that was pretty good. Morella, I think Jim was coming out of the pool of your libertarian friend, Sam. He gave himself away when he made his lesser of two evils comments. Apparently, he resents you for voting for Obama as a lesser evil. This is how, according to him, you cause ruin to the world. You invite this type of trouble when you invite your conservative or libertarian listeners to call in. They join and listen in and become enraged at what they hear. Yeah, well, I encourage Jim to call back in and anybody else to call back in. But here's what I would ask. And of course, I have no way of knowing. And we only screen to just get your name and location, so I don't have to go like, hey, 570, where are you calling from? Because I don't know all the area codes. That's all we ask for. You'd rather not discuss what you want to talk about? Whatever. You have multiple callers on the phone. I want to talk to somebody who's talking about the topic, but I'm willing to talk to any of them. But here's what I would ask. Try to have an intelligent comment. Just try. If you don't get there, you don't get there, but try. Make the slightest bit of effort. You're aware that you're picking up the phone. You're aware that you're dialing 646-257-3920. Just have an idea of what you're going to say and say it out loud before you call so you can see if it doesn't sound ridiculous even to you.
This doesn't count for people calling to ask questions because there's no such thing as a stupid question.
That's right, of course. There's no such thing as a stupid question.
And Sam's even cool with you calling up and calling him every name in the book, too, as long as you follow it up with an intelligent comment.
Of course. Left Coast Marcus, hey, Jim, Sam doesn't insult his callers, but I will. You are a moron. Look, I will occasionally insult my callers. Usually it takes quite a bit. I mean, if you can find another show that has allowed for as wide a disparity of opinion as people will call in with. And I think for the most part, I'm pretty respectful of it. I may disagree.
Most of these shows that take callers, you know, if someone called in like that, the producer would cut it off, or they would just hang up on the person.
Yeah.
You at least have the decency to let them spill what they want to spill.
Decency. I mean, it's the what Jim is obviously got is some type of misplaced anger. I mean, the notion that somehow I am to blame for the ills of Jim, call back in. Tell us what the ills are that I am responsible for. Country, incidentally, must have been doing great before 2004 when I didn't have a radio show. And all I was doing was directing Gary Busey.
I think the country's better since, actually.
Actually, there's a very good argument that that show with Gary Busey did more harm to the country than anything I've ever done by talking about politics.